What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and I'm back coming at you with WWE News and Rumors for the week ending February 3rd, 2013. It is, in fact, Super Bowl weekend. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. I celebrated my birthday a little bit early because my birthday actually falls on a Wednesday, February 6th, so I celebrated it in New York City with a bunch of close friends, and I had a few activities planned for the weekend. I went to a beer fest, and we just a lot of drinking, pretty much a lot of drinking going on, hanging out with good people. But before I get into the news, guys, I do want to mention my 1,000 subscriber video is going to be rapidly approaching, and for all you guys who enjoy my news and rumors and my Monday Night Raw review, I want you guys to leave me any question you want. I'm going to do a question and answer video for my subscribers in my 1,000 video. Leave me whatever you want to know about JD, my favorite wrestler, my favorite sport, my favorite color, my favorite food, whatever's on your mind. Ask JD, and I'm going to give everybody a shout out in my 1,000 subscriber video, because realistically, without you guys, I really can't be doing this. So, alright, that's that. Let's get into the news, guys. There's one story I've been following all week, even throughout the festivities for my birthday, and that's The Undertaker. The Undertaker's name has popped up a lot this past week. Now, there's rumors about whether The Undertaker is healthy enough to compete at WrestleMania, whether he wants to compete at WrestleMania, whether he doesn't want to compete at WrestleMania. The Undertaker's name has been brought up a lot, okay? There's a lot of Undertaker talk about WrestleMania 29. Now, the reports are stating that The Undertaker working the show has nothing to do with his health. Health is only a small part of the story. The Undertaker, from what I know, is physically capable of going in the ring. The Undertaker is hurt. We all know this, okay? He's still capable of delivering a 5-star match like we seen with Triple H in Hell in a Cell last year at WrestleMania 28, all right? But the main reason why The Undertaker has not committed to WrestleMania right now for 2013 in New Jersey is because of money. He wants to work for the right amount of money. Now, from what I read today, The Undertaker only has a couple big matches left in him, and he doesn't want to get third from the top money behind The Rock and Brock Lesnar. He thinks he should be making just as much, if not more, than those two. Okay, and I have a lot to say about this because, you know, I knew this wasn't the case. I knew The Undertaker, like, his health was not the main issue here. I knew it from the beginning. All right, this is the biggest story all week. Is Undertaker going to be at WrestleMania? I don't care if you have The Rock. I don't care who you have in your main event. I don't care if you have John Cena. I don't care if you have Brock Lesnar, Triple H, all on the same card. I don't care. The Undertaker is WrestleMania. The Undertaker is at a point in his career right now where he can demand whatever he wants, and more than likely he'll get it. You don't say no to The Undertaker. How can you even look at that man in the face and not willingly pay him what he wants? It's an absolute crime. And WWE, I honestly believe, I want to believe that they can't be this stupid. The Undertaker is probably in the top 3 greatest of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. The man has delivered 5-star matches at WrestleMania the past 3 years. Even with all his injuries and health problems, he knows he only has a few big matches left in him. He obviously wants to compete, but he also wants to be paid for his services, and I really don't blame him. But as far as I'm concerned, his services might make or break WrestleMania. I won't look at WrestleMania the same if he isn't there this year. When he finally retires and said that's it, then that's the time when I'll get used to WrestleMania being without The Undertaker. But knowing his full capability now, you know, that he has full capability of wrestling and competing this year at WrestleMania, and the only thing that's stopping this is a money issue, that's pathetic. He knows what he's capable of. He knows that his storylines with whomever he's fighting at WrestleMania, most of the time, will outshine the main event. In fact, he is the main event. It's smart business for Taker to want more money, especially now that he's in this part of his career. His career is winding down. These may be some of the biggest matches in his career. You know we're going to get that long-awaited Cena-Undertaker match. Possibly a match with Lesnar. Maybe The Rock. Who knows? The entire event has literally been built around him, especially with the streak reaching 20-0. So this goes out to WWE. Pay the man. Pay him whatever he wants. You'll never find another Undertaker. There will never be another Undertaker. You have this man who wants to compete, but the only thing holding him up is WWE being cheap? You just paid Brock Lesnar $5 million to return. God knows how much The Rock is making during his return, and now he's champion. You probably have 2 more years worth of The Undertaker. You better get everything you can out of him, because when he's gone, he's gone. That's true. That's all I have to say about that. Now, especially with all the rumored matches going on, that people are making fantasy cards, and the latest rumor now is CM Punk, versus The Undertaker. The Undertaker's going to be at WrestleMania. It's just going to happen. Whether it's a money issue, whether it's a health problem, he's going to be at WrestleMania. He will say when he can't go anymore. And according to what I read before the Royal Rumble actually happened, he's ready. He's physically ready. He can't be that banged up. A match with CM Punk at WrestleMania is exactly what this card needs. All this like, I don't know going on. It makes me glad I really didn't spend money on a ticket to attend New Jersey, WrestleMania. Because the WWE's stupid. If this happens, if The Undertaker's not at WrestleMania, this WrestleMania may end up being one of the worst. It's probably going to be worse than last year if that's the case. And, the only thing that was really worthwhile on last year's card was The Undertaker and CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. But if The Undertaker isn't at WrestleMania, it's going to be a skippable event. And that's just my honest opinion. On other news regarding WrestleMania, guys, the early word on plans for Chris Jericho is that he will feud with Dolph Ziggler before turning heel and facing Ryback at WrestleMania 29. The idea would be used for Jericho to get Ryback over, to get Ryback where he once was. Jericho felt back in October that Hell in a Cell was the right time for Ryback to take the WWE Championship from CM Punk. Now, this is a perfect role for Chris Jericho, in my honest opinion. Jericho is one of my personal favorites, one of the best ever. His feud last summer with Dolph Ziggler left people wanting more because both men can absolutely steal the show, any show they're on. Chris Jericho also looks to be in the best shape of his life right now. I'm completely looking forward to see more of Ziggler in Y2J. And as for Ryback, Jericho took to Twitter before Hell in a Cell last October, stated that Ryback's time to capture the WWE Championship should have come against Punk at Hell in a Cell. He said that WWE would be making a mistake if they didn't allow Ryback to go over. Okay? In my honest opinion, the right choice was made. Punk won. But Ryback, in my honest opinion, wasn't ready. Ryback's character has fallen flat, as we've seen, and he's pretty much been made to look human in recent months, with a string of failed WWE title attempts and a failed chance to win the Royal Rumble against John Cena. Not only will Chris Jericho put Ryback over because he knows what's good for the business, but we may even see Y2J bring out a side of Ryback we haven't seen. It definitely could be a highlight match at WrestleMania if the WWE does plan on going ahead with it. As far as the world title match at WrestleMania, Alberto Del Rio, there was talk backstage on Monday's Raw in Las Vegas that the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view may feature just one chamber match. That chamber match would be for the World Heavyweight title. If this rumor is true, this means that there would be no Elimination Chamber match for Monday Night Raw. The top Raw matches for the pay-per-view would be, obviously, CM Punk versus The Rock in a rematch, and then a 6-man tag match inside an Elimination Chamber with Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, The Shield, versus John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus. I like that idea. Keep it simple, one chamber match. Also, as you guys seen on SmackDown, it was announced that the winner of the Elimination Chamber will face the World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania 29. So, there you go. We don't know who the participants are yet, but rumored names, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, the Great Khali, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Kane, all the usuals. So, nothing has been announced yet, but as soon as I hear anything, I will let you guys know. But how would I book this? Simple. I would go ahead with the 6-man tag for the Chamber pay-per-view, Ryback, Cena, and Sheamus versus The Shield. That would be great. I would have Daniel Bryan, Kane, Randy Orton, Mark Henry return, Christian return, and Damian Sandow in the Elimination Chamber for the number 1 contender spot for WrestleMania. I would then have another stipulation match between Del Rio and Big Show at the Chamber, with Del Rio winning again, ending that feud, with Sheamus eventually capturing the title again before WrestleMania. Orton would obviously win the Chamber, setting up that match for WrestleMania. Now, that's the simplest way to go about things. It seems a little underwhelming, honestly, and not very exciting, but I'll have more to say on that and the entire WrestleMania build-up when the time comes. The feeling backstage at Monday Night Raw from Vegas was that they lost a crowd during the 9 p.m. hour. It was a rough hour to watch. The whole show was garbage. It was fucking terrible. Plain and simple. If you enjoyed the show outside of Brock Lesnar's return and the interaction between Punk and Rock, then you're crazy. Orton versus Cesaro was very good. Sandow versus Sheamus was very good, but the rest was just downright awful. 10-side dancing in women's clothing? Really? Does the WWE want to embarrass themselves anymore during their biggest time of the year? I hope not. Brock Lesnar may actually have signed his WWE contract extension right before he came through the curtain, guys, on Raw. He had not signed it over the weekend with the Royal Rumble going on, and there was a few minor issues to work out, but it is believed Lesnar signed a new 2-year deal for 3 pay-per-view events each year, but they may bump that up to 4. I would bump it up to 4. You got to get your money's worth with Brock Lesnar. His new deal is very similar to the one he's currently working under right now. This is excellent news. WWE needs Lesnar. He's one of my favorites as well, and we should get some damn good feuds with him around. Monday Night Raw drew 5 million viewers this past Monday, guys. 4.86 million viewers. Hour 2 did 5.27, and the final hour did 4.93. Raw was the top cable program last night. They got their highest rating since Raw 1000. Before that, the highest rating was WrestleMania in 2011, the Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania in 2011. As you know why the Rock now you know why I should say why the Rock won the WWE Championship from CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. Mr. Hollywood is drawing the ratings, and it's all business. I know I'm upset that Punk lost, but I know why the WWE did it, so I really can't be too upset. They want to make money, and the Rock makes money, plain and simple. As for this coming Monday, The Rock will not be on Monday Night Raw from Atlanta, Georgia. This will be one of the few shows, if not the only one, that The Rock misses between now and WrestleMania 29. Brock Lesnar will be on Raw this week, but no details are known about the following week's schedule for Lesnar. I'm assuming he will continue his build with Triple H towards WrestleMania 29 and a rematch between the two, since he destroyed Vince with that F5 to close the show last week. We noted before, I know I mentioned this once in my WWE News and Rumors a couple weeks ago, that Michael McGillicuddy trained with The Rock to prepare for his Royal Rumble match. Now, The Rock is supporting McGillicuddy and always has. Triple H is also backing him. There's no word yet on if, when they're going to use him or why he's being kept on the lower end of the roster. There's been a big push to get his name changed to his father's name, last name Hennig, like Mr. Perfect, Joe Hennig. But WWE officials right now are against real names because they want to fully own everybody's ring name. Just name him fucking Joe Hennig. We had Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. His father's Mr. Perfect. That's all you need for this guy. That's all he needs to be successful. He's got the last name. He's got the in-ring skills. Let the kid work. I'm tired of seeing this guy waste away, especially with a stupid fucking name like that. Give him Mr. Perfect's last name. That's all you need to do. His father's Mr. Perfect. If you can't book that character, you shouldn't be writing for WWE. I'm sorry. Rock and CM Punk practiced their Royal Rumble match on Sunday before the pay-per-view. The finish was kept secret from other talents to point out that they hung a curtain. I believe this is what I reported, that they hung a curtain around the ring so nobody could see what they were doing. Regarding the finish of the match, Punk was pinned after the People's Elbow because their feud has been built on Punk saying that people don't matter and The Rock saying they do. Now, I didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was very lame to the Royal Rumble match. CM Punk's title reign, 434 days, was ended by a People's Elbow after The Rock just got put through a table. That was my main gripe with the main event. The match was great. I don't mind The Rock winning. I would prefer Punk have kept it to the Elimination Chamber, but you're going to end Punk's title reign on a People's Elbow after The Rock just went through a table from the Shield, spitting up blood? Come on. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They could have went a little bit better with the ending. It just seemed a little bit lazy to me. That's all. And that's the news, guys. That's all I got for you this week. Like I said, the most important story of the week was The Undertaker. He will be at WrestleMania as far as I know. Right now it's a money thing. So if I hear any other news on that, I will definitely fill you in. Leave me your questions and comments down below. Whatever you want to know about JD, let JD know. I'm going to answer it in my 1,000 subscriber video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you have not done so already, and I'll be back for Monday Night Raw tomorrow, guys. Tuesday morning, I'll have your Monday Night Raw review and results. All right? See you then, guys. Take care.